Welcome to Wait Until You See This, the podcast where a married couple share their love of movies with each other. I'm Krista.
I'm Chris.
So, how's your week going? How was your week?
It's over. So, it's done. It's dead.
Yeah.
Time to kill the next week.
Yeah.
Like a fucking exterminator.
Yeah. Next week is coming. At least it's a short work week. I mean, we got that for us.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be drunk and stuff and things.
Stuff and things?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Stuffing things like turkeys and shit.
You're stuffing a turkey for the 4th of July.
Oh, it's 4th of July?
Yeah.
But it's on a Thursday.
Well,
I
yeah.
thought it was Thanksgiving. Fuck!
Thursdays aren't exclusively for Thanksgiving. There are other things that happen on Thursdays.
That used to be must-see TV.
Really? I have.
NBC?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's been a while since I've watched,
It's been a while.
Of course. So I guess we're going to just jump right into this.
It's up to you.
I don't know. We don't have much to talk about.
It's your show.
It's our show. Thank you very much.
But you're taking the lead.
Yeah, it's my movie.
Yeah.
So we watched my pick, Chris had never seen, which was Girl Interrupted.
In 1969, the wild ones went to Woodstock. The unlucky ones went to war.
There's something happening here.
But if you didn't know where you were going,
You have the distinction of being the only senior not going on to college.
I don't have a plan. I just don't want to end up like my mother.
Susanna.
they sent you to Claymore.
The best place in the world for someone like you is less than a half an hour from here.
Welcome to Claymore, Susanna.
I guess I'm puzzled as to why it is I have to be in a mental institution.
Call me a cab.
Okay, you're a cab.
You chased a bottle of aspirin with a bottle of vodka.
I had a headache.
Go ahead, take one step and I'll jam this in my aorta.
Lisa, your aorta is in your chest.
Good to know.
What are they?
That help me sleep.
Oh, I don't need them.
Are we going to have a problem?
Look at me.
Is there something about sex which lifts your feelings of despair?
Have you ever had sex?
Highs and lows increasingly severe. Lisa thinks she's hot because she's a sociopath.
I'm a sociopath.
No, you're gay.
Uncertainty about goals and a generally pessimistic attitude are often observed. Oh, that's me.
That's everybody.
You don't need to be here.
Get out!
Everything's changing. What do they know about being normal?
Get me out of this place!
Get yourself out.
Let's go.
I pulled into Nazareth, was feeling about half-past dead.
Can I have a vanilla sundae with hot fudge, whipped cream, cherries, and
Nuts? Take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny. And you put the load right on.
Girl Interrupted, 1999, starring Winona Ryder, Brittany Murphy, Angelina Jolie, Elizabeth Moss, Whoopi Goldberg, Jeffrey Tambor.
Brittany Murphy's in this?
Yeah,
I totally missed her.
she was Daisy, the one who got the apartment.
Oh, that was her?
Yeah, that was her.
Didn't look like her.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's playing a character, so. Who else was in this one?
Kurtwood Smith.
Oh, Kurtwood Smith, Jared Leto.
I work for Dick Jones. Dick Jones.
You get shot in the dick.
No, he gets stabbed in the neck
Oh, okay.
with what you could call a alternate universe's USB port. But going back to Girl Interrupted.
So Girl Interrupted takes place in roughly 1967. It is based on a book by Susanna Kaysen, and it is essentially about mental health in the 60s, the late 60s,
Yeah.
which was, institutionalized the person. It starts off with Susanna is being admitted to a hospital. She's at a therapist.
Claymore.
Yes.
Which is ironic because I believe that's the name of a mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Susanna is at...
It's also Drew McIntyre's finishing move.
Thank you for sharing that tidbit of information.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. I'm a good co-host.
Like I was saying, Susanna's at the therapist. She tried to commit suicide by taking an entire bottle of aspirin and chasing it with a bottle of vodka. She continues to tell people, I just had a headache. I wasn't trying to kill myself.
Well, that would get rid of your headache.
Yeah, I'd get rid of a lot of stuff. I'm surprised she didn't have any long-term damage from that. So he commits her to Claymore. Her mom just brings her stuff to the therapist's office and, like, here's her suitcase.
So they knew she was going away.
Yeah, her parents knew that she was going away. She's neurotic as hell. They knew, and when the doctor is walking her out, the mom is just sitting there in her car, not even looking at her. I think the mom is more embarrassed for having an adult child, who tried to commit suicide than actually worried about her daughter.
Well, she's all about the social status. I mean,
right.
Before that, they have that party.
Right.
And she shows up late. She's like, well, you could have dressed up and all this happy horse shit.
Right. She was just not very supportive.
She supported getting her shit when she went in a
loony bin.
Funny farm. Well, we use two different terms for institution there.
The thing that struck me about this movie was everyone had a cigarette in their mouth.
Well, it's the 60s.
Everyone was smoking. They were smoking everywhere.
4 out of 5 doctors agree the Camel cigarettes taste the best.
The therapist ships her off to Claymore. Susanna says, my mom's here. She can take me. And the doctor's like, nope, it needs to be less emotional this way. Sticks her in a cab. By
Put her
herself.
in a fucking cab.
See you, bye.
Who paid for the cab? Did the doc?
Probably the parents.
So they billed them?
I don't know.
Because, if you're putting me in a cab, sending me to an institution,
I'm not paying
for
it.
that shit because, well, I'm crazy.
They said she was voluntarily institutionalized, but we all know it wasn't real voluntary.
Yeah, because she couldn't check herself out.
Right. She couldn't check herself out.
Now that's changed, right?
I'm not sure. I didn't check on that, but
I think if you check yourself in, you can check yourself out.
I don't know. I just know everybody had a cigarette in their mouth.
I don't know. I haven't been put away for a while.
It flashes back to when Susanna is graduating from high school, and her counselor is giving her all kinds of shit for not picking a college. And she says, you have the illustrious reputation of being the only student who has not chose a college yet. She's like,
all right, what did I win?
I'm not going to college. I don't want to go to college. I want to be a writer. And of course, the counselor was like, good luck.
Posh.
Ha ha. You're insane.
What, are you going to write greeting cards? Your mom goes to oh.
Right. Your mom goes to college. Susanna gets to Claymore and is greeted by Val, who is the nurse on her ward. She kind of gives her a brief little tour. Val is played by Whoopi Goldberg. I think she did an excellent job.
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
All of the acting in this movie was top notch. I mean, you really bought into their mental health issues. Like I said, this is not a happy film. It's a good one. We are introduced to her roommate, Georgina, who is played by Clea Duvall. No relation to Shelley or Robert. I knew you would ask, so I checked on that one.
Really?
Yes, she's not related.
I'm actually surprised.
Georgina is a pathological liar, so you can't really believe anything that comes out of her mouth.
She loves The Wizard of Oz.
Yes, she does. Susanna is unpacking her things. Georgina is her roommate. And then they hear some yelling outside. And they look outside, and it's Lisa. Lisa is a sociopath.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Lisa is played by Angelina Jolie. This is the role that won her an Oscar. She won it for Best Supporting Actress. I think that's what they're calling it at the time.
Supporting?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, because Lisa is a side character, and Susanna is the main character. So she played this character like she was the only one who was sane, and everyone else was insane.
Maybe they are.
Maybe. She was taken aback by people telling her she played insane very well. But she was like, I was just playing it.
Well, look at her dad.
Yeah. We are also introduced to Daisy, played by Brittany Murphy. Polly, who is Elizabeth Moss. Half of Polly's face has burn scars on it.
Pulled a Kruger.
So there are different. The story is that that Georgina tells that Polly's mom burned her. No, Polly burned herself when Polly's mom told her that she was allergic to the puppy that they had, and they were sending the puppy away. So she burned herself to get rid of the rash or whatever. I don't know. I don't believe it. Georgina's a pathological liar.
There's a lot of people getting burnt this season on the show.
Let's see.
Daisy, Cropsy. Maybe if things had worked out, they could have gotten married.
Entirely possible.
That'd be sweet. I'd watch that movie.
A song is playing on the radio, and we have another flashback to this party that Susanna's dad is having. In walks Toby, who is played by a very young Jared Leto.
He's being gothy.
And they hook up. Part of the reason she gets institutionalized because apparently she's promiscuous. God forbid.
Yeah, me too.
A woman decides.
Put me in an institution.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Susanna is mainly, most of their days are sitting in the rec room watching television. Lisa is always causing a ruckus.
She's stirring the shit.
She is stirring
all
the shit.
Time.
All the time. All day long. She calls Polly, who has the burnt face, Torch.
I'm sorry, that's not funny.
Well, one of the other, I think her name was Maggie. I'm not sure. She calls her, she said, "You're not insane, you're just a lesbian." Which, you know, let's be honest, it tracks why they institutionalized her.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. Oh God. They're
because that hurts so many other people.
I love the part they're sitting in the rec room. Susanna is smoking. They're starting to yell out people's names to give them their meds.
Medication time. Medication.
So she's sitting there. She's smoking, of course. And this woman is sitting next to her. And she looks like she's catatonic. And she's not responding to anything around her. She's not blinking. She's not doing anything. Susanna looks at her, takes a drag off her cigarette, and blows smoke in her face. The woman waits like 6 seconds, turns around, and calls her an asshole. Totally wasn't expecting that. Susanna gets up, gets her meds, and she's like, "What are these? Why am I taking these?" And she's like, "Well, you know, the first night's the longest night." So she takes the meds, and they start to take effect pretty quickly, and she falls asleep.
It's pharmaceutical grade.
Mm-hmm. Next day, she sees Dr. Melvin, played by Jeffrey Tambor. All of the other patients at Claymore have said things about...
They just call him Melvin.
Yeah, they call him Melvin. They don't like him. A lot of this is coming from Lisa also. She is very influential with everyone's...
Well, she's the queen of the place.
She is the queen of the place. Come to find out, she's been there for 8 years.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Put her on the staff.
Lisa doesn't swallow her meds. She just tongues her meds and hides them. So she has like a stash of Valium. Daisy has OCD and some eating issues. She never leaves her room. Her dad always comes to visit her. She's screaming for some Colace, which is a stool softener, and they won't give it to her. So Susanna sees an opportunity to get into Daisy's room and knocks on the door, and she's like, "I got what you want. You can have this." She lets her in. She lets nobody in her room. And Lisa pushes her way in. And they're trading Valium for Colace. She has the Valium and they have the Colace.
Well, she has an eating disorder.
Yes. So she's eating a whole chicken. She has like got one of those rotisserie chickens, right? They're saying how much her room stinks. Val finds them all in her room.
No, they find the chicken.
They find the chicken. So she has all these chicken carcasses underneath her bed. And she has like a teddy bear that's full of Valium. She like takes its head off because she's been stashing her drugs.
Now here's my question. No nurse can smell all these rotting carcasses?
Daisy has an agreement with Val that when she gets 6 chicken carcasses, she has to throw them away. Yuck.
So I don't have a problem with her eating.
No, because she doesn't go out the dining hall and
Yeah.
eat with everybody else. She refuses to do that.
So why she keep the car? Well, never
I don't know. You're talking about
mind.
an insane asylum.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. Lisa tells Susanna just to tell Dr. Melvin that she did try to kill herself. She's depressed. And then that way they will let her go home. Susanna's parents come over and they want Susanna home for Christmas. And her mother is more concerned about her being home for Christmas for the Christmas party and worried about what people would say.
It's Christmas with the Cranks.
With the Crankies?
The Cranks.
It's not Christmas with the Cranks.
Well, then Melvin says that thing about, it's usually hereditary.
Right. She's got a borderline personality disorder.
The mother.
Yeah. The mother shuts up.
Doesn't she start bawling?
Yeah. Yes. The doctor said it's 5 times more common with a parent having borderline personality disorder. That night, the girls all get together. They have all hidden their drugs, their sleeping drugs. They all get together and they go in the art room. And then they're going under the institution. And they find this, they're going through all these different tunnels.
One in Jacksonville
Yeah.
had tunnels, except they were a little more rougher, like chains and gauntlets on the wall and shit like that. This one has a bowling alley.
Yeah. They find a bowling alley. So this part in the movie is not at all in the book. This didn't happen in the book.
Did they break into that office?
I did not see that, but they did not. Lisa was not as big of a part in the book as she is in the movie.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, for obvious reasons. After the bowling, they realize where they are, that they're right under, is it Dr. Melvin's or Dr. Wick's office?
Call him Melvin. I think it's, I don't know.
See, I think it's Wick's office, but I don't know. It's one of their offices, one of the psychologist's office, and they're grabbing their own files and looking to see what all of they're saying. In Polly's file, there's a little newspaper clipping about something about a 6th grade fire, 6th grader in a fire. So I wasn't quite sure. And then they trade files to read about each other. One of the girls, Janet, is super thin. She refuses to eat. She's anorexic. Then the next day they go to town, and Janet is walking on the snowbank, and she's so light.
Yeah, she won't. Yeah.
She's not even going through the snow. She's so tiny. They go to one place to get ice cream, and then they run into Susanna's mom's friend, and she also graduated with this woman's daughter.
And?
Is this the lesbian one?
No.
Is this the pussy one? Which one is this? What happens? I don't remember. What did they
Her
start chanting?
husband worked at the college.
Oh, yeah. This woman's husband worked
This is your movie.
I forgot. It's been it's been a week since we watched it. This woman's husband worked at the college, and Susanna slept with this woman's husband.
Promiscuous.
Yes. This woman is yelling at Susanna, and Susanna's trying to hide from her the entire time in the store because she's like, oh, fuck, So she starts screaming at Susanna, and then Lisa jumps in to protect Susanna and starts yelling at this woman. And then she gets everybody riled up. And they start, what did they start chanting to her?
That I couldn't make it out.
Yeah, they were chanting something to her. And so she was pissed. She was pissed. And so Val breaks them up, and they all got in trouble for that one.
Yeah, because Val says, yeah, you're never leaving the grounds again.
Right. You are stuck.
It seems like Susanna's happier in the institution than in real life, which, considering how her parents are and how everything is, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I see. I'd fucking hate that shit.
Yeah. They've built a relationship between this group of young women. They're supporting each other and leaning on each other. So back at the Institute, Daisy is leaving. Her dad has gotten her a nice little apartment, and she's
moving on up.
She keeps saying, it has an Eden chicken. And Susanna goes, Eden kitchen? She's like, yeah, that's what I said.
It's a KFC.
She keeps saying it's an Eden chicken. So Daisy is gone. She's got her own apartment, and the seasons, you see the seasons change outside to mark the passing of time. Susanna comments, it's like time is not linear. It's a big wibbly wobbly, timey wimey piece of mess. She doesn't exactly quote Doctor Who, but I did. As Susanna is being led away from the therapist's office in the beginning, there is a sign out front for RFK. So throughout Susanna's time in the institution, we lose track of time simply because you can't tell. It blends into one another. The only time that we know is, RFK, Martin Luther King, and we see the seasons changing outside. We see the weather changing.
I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but RFK did not announce his candidacy until after Martin Luther King Jr. was shot. So, but that could be because you don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right. The beginning of this movie, I would say it was like spring of 67 because they were graduating from high school.
Yeah.
So I would have started there, denoting time. But, like you said, they may have intentionally discombobulated certain aspects of those years just to make it just kind of throw you off kilter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And, that's just my problems where I'm like, this doesn't sound right. Let's check this out.
Right.
You fucked up.
They also announced that they're drawing birthdays for the draft. And Toby, who's played by Jared Leto, his birthday gets pulled.
Da-da-da.
And then Lisa's laying on the couch with a Daniel Tiger puppet talking to people.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know.
Did the Fred Rogers... Well, I think he would have been alive when this came out.
He probably would have.
I think, because I think it was after 2000.
Yeah.
Did he sign off on that?
I don't know.
That's fucking crazy if he did. Oh, yeah, you can do that.
So Toby shows up to Claymore and wants to see Susanna. So they go to Susanna's room, and Susanna
blows him. She blows him.
The nurses do checks. They check in on the rooms, and they just checks. And so this one nurse is trying to do checks, and Lisa keeps getting in her way and is trying to distract her to let Susanna have more time with Toby. Val comes in and says, maybe you should cool off and go for a walk. So the two of them go for a walk, and Toby is ready to break her out, and they're going to Canada. And Susanna's like, I need to stay.
Yeah, because he says, I just finished basic. I'm shipping out. With long hair and a beard.
There's
and
no way he went to basic like that.
No.
There's no way.
I've seen Full Metal Jacket, motherfucker. I know how they look.
Toby says he loves her, that his dad gave him $5,000. They're going to Canada. And she's like, nah, I'm going to stay. There's an orderly, his name is John, who has made goo-goo eyes to Susanna the entire time she's been there. He changes the light bulbs in her bedroom at night. Don't tell me this isn't weird.
Hi.
Oh, my God.
I like to watch you sleep. Are you drugged?
Something happens, and Polly ends up going to the padded room.
She just loses her shit one day.
Yeah.
And they throw her in there.
That's their solution is they just...
The quiet room.
Yeet them in this padded room. So...
Yeet.
So Susanna...
Try to be hip.
Susanna breaks into the musical instrument part because Polly's always playing with musical instruments. Her and Lisa and Janet, I think, I don't know. Her and Lisa are definitely sitting in front of the door playing music for Polly. And then the orderly, John, he's like, you guys can't be doing this.
He comes up, starts playing his organ.
No! God. So he helps with, trying to cheer Polly up. And him and Susanna they don't hook up, but there's a little kissy. Little kissy. They all get in trouble.
Well, they fucking fall asleep in the hall.
Oh, they drugged the nurse. They drugged the night nurse. That's right. They drugged the night nurse. She had fallen asleep, and they drugged her some more. And they all get in trouble for drugging the nurse. And Lisa gets taken away. The orderly gets reassigned to a different unit.
A men's unit.
I don't know why he was there anyway.
Well, somebody's got to manhandle those crazy women.
that Susanna goes to Dr. Wick. So she's the head of this place. And
Vanessa Redgrave.
yes, she kind of gives Susanna some cold, hard truths about herself and about the people around her, essentially.
Have you been to those halls? There's some fucking crazy people around here.
Oh, my God.
Remember the chicken lady?
Yeah. Susanna says she's ambivalent, and Dr. Wick argues with her, saying that you are not ambivalent. She makes her look up the definition, and...
Yeah, she hands her the fucking dictionary.
She does.
She's like, here you go.
Here you go. She's like, are you sane or insane? And,
In the membrane.
insane in the brain.
Boy, just aged herself there.
Shut up.
Ah.
Susanna goes, and she is depressed that Lisa's not there. Daisy is gone, and so she won't eat. Val picks her up and drops her in a cold bath. She's like, get your shit together, essentially. So she tells Susanna that, Lisa's been there for 8 years, and she's never leaving. She is insane.
Have they snuck out yet?
No, they're about
Spoiler.
to. They're about to.
I didn't remember.
And then Lisa comes back, and it kind of snaps Susanna into...
Hello, friend.
Yeah. So Susanna's in her room, and the bed that Susanna is in, the room, was formerly occupied by Jamie, who was Lisa's friend. When Lisa escaped, Jamie took her own life. So Lisa is still associating Susanna with Jamie. Lisa escapes from the place that she was, runs to that room, and calls Susanna Jamie. The two of them together escape Claymore. And
It's not that fucking hard.
no, it's not. They don't have any money. They have nothing. They're at this party, and Lisa ends up robbing a guy, and they just run. They end up at Daisy's apartment, and Daisy and Lisa do not get along at all. Daisy has a cat named Ruby, who looks like Church from Pet Sematary.
Doubt it's the same.
I doubt it is, too.
I mean,
But it's this gray cat. So
I may look into that, but that's 10 years.
Lisa wants money. So Daisy is pissed, and she's like, here, just take the money. Lisa keeps pushing Daisy. Susanna's like, would you guys just stop? This is ridiculous.
There's button pushing.
Oh, there's lots of button pushing.
Yeah. And they push the right button.
Yeah. Daisy's like, just, you gotta get out. You gotta get out. You gotta be gone by morning. I don't want to see you. Don't come up to my room. Just leave. You can stay the night. You just have to leave in the morning. I don't want to see you in the morning. So after a night of tossing and turning, Susanna goes for a walk, lets the cat out. I don't know how the cat gets back in the house. Lets the cat out.
See, I thought that's what was going to happen. The
Right.
cat was going to get let out, and Daisy was going to lose her fucking shit.
Right.
And shit was going to go down. But that never became
No,
anything.
that never
really.
became anything. So Susanna comes back. Lisa is awake, eating cereal, and Daisy is playing a song on repeat.
Yeah.
Susanna's like, have you checked on her? Have you talked to her? What's going on?
Fuck no.
And Lisa's like, fuck, she keeps playing this fucking song over and over again. Susanna goes upstairs to check on Daisy. Meanwhile, the song is just playing. She peeks in Daisy's room, and she's not in there.
At that point, you know where this is going.
Oh, yeah. She peeks in the bathroom, and Daisy has hung herself. Hanged herself? Daisy has hanged. Daisy has hanged herself.
And slit her wrists.
And slit her wrists.
She was going to make damn sure.
Yes. The night before, Lisa was yelling at Daisy about how much they know what was happening between Daisy and her father and what her father was doing to Daisy. Ugh.
Really, though?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
that's the thing. But
you don't know.
There's a lot of gray area in this movie.
So
when you think about it, a lot of the people in this movie are full of shit.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Even the sane ones, or sane.
Right.
Quote unquote.
Lisa is unaffected.
No, fuck. They have two opposite reactions. Susanna is just in fucking shock. And Lisa's like, here, let me get that money out of her pocket. Let's split.
Right, yeah. She takes the money out of Daisy's robe pocket.
It's almost like she knew she was going to push her buttons to the point where
right.
she's going to off herself. and then
Well-
she was going to rob the corpse.
Clearly, she's a sociopath. Couldn't give two shits. Susanna is laying on the floor sobbing and calls an ambulance. I mean, it's horrific.
And Lisa splits,
Lisa's like,
and Susanna stays.
deuces. Yeah, Susanna stays. Lisa wants Susanna to come with her, and Susanna's like, no. How can you be so cold and callous and just because she's a sociopath? Dr. Melvin shows up as the ambulance is taking Daisy's body out of the apartment and takes Susanna back to
Melvin's like, well, I guess I fucked this one up.
Claymore. At this point, Susanna is starting to turn a corner. She really misses Lisa, but she starts...
She brings the cat.
Brings Daisy's cat with her, and everybody loves Daisy's cat.
We're going to need to get a litter box.
Yeah, the Dr. Melvin doesn't question, just go get a litter box. Okay, fine.
So is that the OG therapy pet?
Probably.
Yeah. Melvin made $1 billion on that. His patient
Yeah.
died, but therapy pets are the answer.
Right.
And the banana stand.
And the banana stand. The money is in the banana stand.
And the therapy pets.
And the therapy pets. Susanna starts wanting to leave and wanting to make strides.
Yeah, she works on herself.
Right. So she starts working on herself and she starts writing down all of these thoughts and feelings that she has, which kind of bites her in the ass later. But it helps her heal. I found it was interesting. At one point, Georgina's watching Wizard of Oz, and Susanna is working on herself. And it's the scene in Wizard of Oz where the color is coming in. They're in Oz.
Yeah.
And how, I don't know, the color is just coming back to life. That's what I kind of felt like, that Susanna is starting to wake up.
That's art.
And
Hey, look at me like that.
I don't know. I just wrote juxtaposition of Wizard of Oz and Susanna's realization that she wants to go home.
At least they didn't go with,
That she wants out.
there's no place like home.
Yeah.
That's like cliche. No, Lisa shows up, strung out her ass.
Oh, yeah. She comes back. They find her. She is...
Fucked up.
She is. Susanna still cares for Lisa, and she wants to make sure, that she's okay. She's really not okay. She calls her Jamie, doesn't she? This time?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. She's sleeping, and she can't find the cat. This is her last night there. She has met with the council.
And remember, the last night is the longest one.
The last night is the longest one.
Just like the first night is the longest one.
Yes. They can't be both the longest one. Susanna wakes up. She can't find Ruby the cat.
Or her book.
Or her book. Lisa has Susanna's book and is reading all the things that Susanna has said about Lisa.
About
and
everybody.
Polly. And just everyone. Lisa and Susanna get into the shouting match. And Susanna yells at Lisa that she can't get any help. She's dead on the inside. Her eyes are cold. There's no feeling to her. And come to find out, Lisa really isn't dead on the inside. Yeah, Susanna said she would rather be alive than with Lisa. I was like, ouch.
Stone cold.
Well, Lisa asked for it. I'll just say she asked for the truth.
Well, she was revealing the truth.
Right.
Well, just her thought, Susanna's thoughts. But
Lisa is now restrained.
she fucked around and found out.
She did. Susanna is painting her fingernails and her toenails, and she is telling Susanna that she's not dead inside, and she's crying. It's a very heartfelt moment between the two of them. Susanna is leaving, and she has Polly take care of Ruby the cat. Polly's not going anywhere. Lisa's not going anywhere. Unfortunately, neither is Maggie the lesbian or Janet the anorexic or Georgina the pathological liar. So Susanna's getting out, and she has to take a cab home. Nobody will come pick her up.
Thanks, Mom.
And it's the same cab driver 2 years later.
He cleaned up nice.
Yeah, he did.
Well, if it's a small town, there may only be one or two cab
yeah.
drivers.
Well, that is true.
I knew a cab driver once.
So what'd you think?
Of the cab driver?
Yeah. What'd you think of the cab driver?
He was pretty beefy.
Was he? I don't remember. He cleaned up nice, though.
You say so.
So that ended that. Like I said, this was based on a best-selling memoir called Girl Interrupted by Susanna Kaysen. Winona Ryder purchased the rights to this book and worked for 7 years trying to get this movie made.
So yeah, we're going back to Scissorhands territory.
Yes.
92.
She's
Damn.
very passionate about this project, apparently.
Well, how'd the real Susanna Kaysen feel about the
She
movie?
called it melodramatic drivel.
Okay.
She didn't like it at all.
Why don't you tell us how you really feel?
Right.
Straight talk only in this room.
I understand that they needed to have some artistic license here because, I mean, you're not going to watch this movie.
2 hours of, well, it's like going back to Cropsey, the Willowbrook documentary.
Right.
The Geraldo did. And it's just people sitting in like dark rooms in their own filth. They barely have clothes on.
Right.
And they're just like either rocking or jittering around.
They're stimming is
Yeah.
what they call it.
I mean,
yeah.
can you imagine watching that for 2 hours?
No.
I mean, if we're talking about a late 60s institution.
Right. And
Yeah.
this place was clean.
Yeah.
Everyone bathed regularly.
This was the Four Seasons.
Yeah. It was, I don't know.
It's Hollywood.
Yeah, it's Hollywood. The institution that they filmed this in closed in 2006. It was called the Harrisburg State Hospital in Pennsylvania.
I was going to ask Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Well, I know around here between, 2000 and 2010, a half hour each way from where we're sitting, they closed down 2 institutions. One of them was, I think, the OG one for this state.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a bunch of derelict buildings now. Yeah. I don't know, just...
They occasionally catch fire.
Oh, my God. Occasionally. Once the children are done vandalizing it.
It's a good place for them to have sex.
Oh, God.
That's a small town. Where are you going to go? The Starlight Motel closed, so you're screwed.
I thought the Starlight burned down.
Well, that closed it. Actually, it was closed and then burned down.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry about that. I got my facts wrong.
Insurance.
This movie was originally 3 hours long. 3 hours long.
Jeez.
Cut it down to 2 hours and 7 minutes. I can't imagine watching this for 3 hours.
I don't think people could handle 3 hours.
I've watched it twice in my life. It's heavy. I mean...
There's that word again, heavy.
Heavy. Rose McGowan, Claire Danes auditioned for Lisa, Angelina Jolie's character. Parker Posey turned it down. She was supposed to be Lisa's character.
Really?
Yes. Which would have been interesting.
I think they picked the right person.
Oh, yeah. She was perfect in it.
Yeah.
She did great. And she absolutely deserved the Oscar for that. 100%. Clea Duvall, who played Georgina, and Elizabeth Moss, who played...
The other inmate?
Polly. Both starred in Handmaid's Tale on Hulu. We all know who Elizabeth Moss was in that show. And then Clea Duvall played Sylvie, who is Alexis Bledell's wife in the Before Time. I was like, she looks so familiar. She was on Veep. Clea Duvall was on Veep.
See, I never saw Veep.
And then the Lizzie Borden Chronicles. She played Lizzie Borden's sister, Emma. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting.
Lizzie Borden had an axe.
You want a Lizzie Borden fact?
Yeah, do it.
Lizzie
Fuck
Borden
it.
fact.
She's dead.
She is dead. The house that her parents were murdered, or her dad and stepmother were murdered in, clearly her and her sister left the house, and they had their own home, and they had a fence around it. Nobody was, they were social pariahs because clearly they didn't get convicted of their murders.
Well, nobody's going to fuck with them.
No. But the children in the town would sing that song. They would come to her house and sing that song in the road.
That's fucking great.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
like, that's horrific. If she didn't kill them, and I mean, we'll never know. But they would torment her.
You know what'd be funny?
What?
If groups of kids would go to OJ's house and had a rhyme to yell at his house.
Oh my God. That was horrible.
I mean, you can't now. I mean, I got a Ouija board over there. I guess we could come up with something.
I'm good.
OJ. Juice. I have something to tell you. OJ Simpson had a knife. He took it to his fucking wife. What is line?
What is line? That's all I got. You got any more questions, comments?
I think I got it all. I mean, the Daniel Tiger thing was really fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Most of the movie was weird.
But, okay, now you said Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
They shot Mr. Rogers in Pittsburgh.
Oh.
So now
There's
that
the
kind of makes
connection.
sense. Since you threw out a fun fact about Lizzie Borden, would you like to hear one about Mr. Rogers?
Yes, please.
Okay. A lot of people who worked with George Romero
Mm-hmm.
worked on Mr. Rogers.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
And someone else also worked on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. His name at the time was Michael Douglas.
What?
But then he had to change his name when he went to Hollywood to Michael Keaton.
Oh, I did not know that.
Something about, I think he ran the trolley.
What? He ran the trolley?
Yeah. That's, I think, I need to verify that. I know he worked on the show, and I'm pretty sure I read he worked on the trolley.
That's cool.
Well, he's fucking Batman.
I know he's fucking Batman. All right, what do you give this movie?
3.5. It's a bit of a downer.
It is. You have to be in the right frame of mind to watch this. I mean,
What's the right frame of mind?
you don't. Honestly, you don't want to be depressed
No,
watching this.
No, because you're going to be depressed afterwards.
You're going to be depressed even more because it's a downer. This one.
Oh, yeah.
This is not a feel-good family film by any stretch of the imagination. No, no, no. I'm trying to stretch my imagination, and it's not clicking.
Someone should cut a Disney-like trailer for this
Oh
movie.
my God. I also will give it 3.5 stars.
Susanna needs a break.
Movie guy voice.
Don LaFontaine.
Don LaFontaine.
R.I.P. I love that master playlist on YouTube. 871 trailers of Don LaFontaine.
Oh my God. All right, dear. Light of my life.
All right.
Have you made a decision?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. Okay. So, my movie isn't depressing.
All right, good. We need a little palate cleanser.
It is about a kid that gets kidnapped.
What?
There's a kidnapping.
All right.
But don't worry. It's all going to come up well in the end.
All right.
We're going back to the year 1985. Because I am stuck in that decade.
Clearly. 1985. Okay.
You're writing it down?
Yes.
The film stars Vernon Wells.
Vernon Wells.
Dan Hedaya.
Dan Hedaya?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cher's dad himself.
All right.
I can't remember his fucking name, but
Well, that helps. It's that one guy.
He said, "Warriors, come out and play."
Oh. Is this Warriors? I've seen
No,
Warriors.
no, it's not the Warriors.
All right.
Bill Duke.
Bill Duke. Who's Bill Duke?
Oh, you'll know him if you see him. Here's another guy I don't know his name. The priest from Amityville 2, The Possession.
Ryan Reynolds? No, I'm kidding. I know he did the remake.
Ray Don Chong.
What the hell are we watching?
Alyssa Milano.
Alyssa Milano.
You still haven't got it, have you? Okay. There are tens of people screaming the name of this movie right now.
Tens of people. That's pretty optimistic. I'm thinking like 1, maybe 2 people.
I got one more name. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You still don't know?
Is this oh my god.
Wow.
What is this?
It's a little thing we like to call Commando.
Oh, Commando. I was thinking Predator, but that's not right because I've seen that one.
No, because I didn't say Carl Weathers. Or Jesse the Body Ventura.
All right, Commando.
Commando. And yes, we have it on Blu-ray, DVD, and I do believe I have the VHS.
I'll have you know, as you know, I have secured the movie, my next pick. So I have
Thank
it.
fucking God.
I absolutely have it. This is what I was going to pick last time.
But then you couldn't get a hold of it.
But I couldn't find it. So I have found it.
Do you want to watch Commando tonight?
We can.
Because it is a sweet 90 minutes.
Ooh.
And I'll go ahead and give you a sneak preview right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is a hot take. This may be my second favorite Arnie movie.
Really?
Behind the Terminator.
I was like, behind the Terminator.
And yes, I prefer the Terminator.
As opposed to T2.
Yeah. Oh, no, Genesis. Genesis is number 3. It's a great film.
You are wrong. All right, Commando it is.
Oh, yeah. Do you like 80s action films that make no sense?
I guess so.
Do you like shopping malls?
I mean, they're all right. Not as much as I did when I was a teenager.
Do you like Henleys?
Not as much as you do.
I honestly got my fashion sense from Arnold in this movie, so.
Didn't he wear a bunch of Henleys in Total Recall?
Probably. But he's really sporting them in this.
Chris wore a Henley on our first date.
And I also carried a log.
A log?
Don't worry, it's in the credit sequence, so.
All right. I carried a watermelon. No, not really. Sorry.
I know you're not the one that got Penny in trouble.
Oh, your favorite line.
That's the real best line in Dirty Dancing.
Not nobody puts baby in a corner.
And I will not argue with you about that because I'm fucking right.
Baby needed to be in a corner. I'm just saying. She needed to be in that corner.
When's that sequel coming out?
I hope never.
Because here's the thing. I think it's set in 62. So the original came out in 87. So we're talking 27 years. 62, 82, 89. It'd be set in like 1990.
Jesus.
Well, that's like Porky's. I mean, if Porky's came out today, it would be set the year I graduated high school.
Oh my God. That's just not right.
Yeah, but we did a lot of same shit, you know. A lot of voyeurism.
Yeah, you were drilling holes in walls and...
Hey, those holes were already there.
Oh, okay.
You know, gang-banging hookers in a swamp.
Gross. That's disgusting.
Well, nothing happened because it was a prank.
There's a lot of swampland around here in middle of Illinois.
I know somebody that kind of lives in a swamp. But we'll leave that later.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we're done.
All right.
I ain't got nothing else. I ain't got nothing else.
I don't have anything else. I picked my movie. I want to go get a
Great.
root beer float and watch that some bitch.
Let's go. Let's go
All
do
right.
it.
Let's go get a goddamn root beer float. Fuck yeah.
Root beer.
I'll get the root beer.
Uh-huh.
I'm obsessed with these safety video reels where they put a voiceover. No, you can't do that. You're not forklift certified. Apparently that's a meme now, being forklift certified.
I don't know.
Which I get it because it's a fucking joke.
It is a fucking joke.
Because I've seen people that are forklift certified that...
You were forklift certified, weren't you?
Yeah, and I didn't fuck up near as bad as some of these
Yeah. All right. I'm out. I'm going.
Okay.
To go get a beverage or something. I don't know. I'm dry from talking so much.
I know.
Fuck you. God damn.
All right. We'll close it.
All right. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm leaving.
All right, get the fuck out of here.
All right. Until next time, people. Or person. One person.
Yeah, one person.
One person.
Hi, Mom.
the one person who's listening, we appreciate you, and we're leaving. So until
and we're also starting a Patreon if you want to throw us some cash.
no, we're not. Until next time. This is Krista from Wait Until You See This.
And I'm Chris. Aloha for just a while.
Bye.